Good afternoon, everybody. This is our first attempt at a afternoon webcast with our brand new WSI TrueView Max system. I'm meteorologist Nate Harrington. Appreciate you clicking on it. We're going to talk about some current weather. We'll talk about a little forecast, but want this to be a little bit more technical, a little bit more in-depth than just a regular TV forecast. So that's what we're going to do, and let's get started. So this morning, low temperatures. Yeah, it was a little bit chilly around here. 37 was the low in Dothan. No one got to the freezing mark, thank goodness. 35 in Troy was one of the coldest spots around the area. Even cooled down in the Florida Panhandle, 38 in Bonifay, 36 in Crestview. I don't think it's going to get this cold for the rest of the week. That's the good news. So this cool down was very, very brief, and it wasn't as bad as the last one. Really tough to get freezing temperatures to hold on, or even as cold the temperatures as this to hold on for too long during the month of March. So that's the good news. But I guess the bad news is we hold on to a lot of cloud cover today, and temperatures haven't gotten out of the 50s for most of us. Panama City, the lucky ones, and they're at 52 degrees, 43 so far in Troy. These would be high numbers for the day, 46 in Dothan, Enterprise in Abbeville, and 43 in Geneva. It's going to be another chilly one, not quite as cold for Wednesday and into Thursday. We'll warm up a little bit, but it's still going to be kind of raw, damp, and cool. Temperatures about 10 degrees below average. And around the country, yeah, the deep freeze continues in the eastern half of the U.S. It seems like we've been saying this all year long, but again, 20s and teens up north. And just a note, if you look at Dothan at 46 degrees, we are colder than Denver, just as cold as Salt Lake City, and some of the more cold weather cities you would think of this time of year. We're about 15 degrees colder than those spots. So the East Coast continues in the deep freeze, not a polar vortex. It's just a big trough in the upper levels of the atmosphere, bringing in that cold air, big jet stream dip. And that's why we're cold and the folks out west are warm. And that'll shift for the rest of the week. We'll start to warm up by Friday and into Saturday. So want to show you the clouds. They're numerous today, and now we've got rainfall. And you can see just off the, just on the left-hand side of the screen, that's a little mixed precipitation in southeast Alabama, or southwest Alabama, I should say, and southeast Mississippi. We're going to see some showers around for the end of tonight and into early tomorrow morning. I think most of the heavier stuff will stay north and west of here. We could see a stray shower this afternoon, but I think the bulk of our rain will be around for late tonight and early tomorrow, and it looks like it's going to stick around for a while too. A big upper-level low in the Gulf of Mexico is causing all this nasty weather throughout the Gulf Coast states, from Houston down to Galveston into Louisiana. So a wet Mardi Gras for folks in New Orleans, and Mobile had their celebration on Saturday, so they didn't worry about it. I don't know if they're doing one today, but it's wet nonetheless around the Gulf Coast, from Texas down to the southwestern corner of Alabama. And it looks like we're going to see rain tomorrow, so make sure you've got all that rain gear packed. It's going to be a wet morning, especially for the morning commute, so make sure the kids are ready for that. All right, up north, my folks up north, poor folks. It's been a brutal winter up there. More lake effect snow for folks along Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. Buffalo looks like they're getting a fair amount. Not as much for folks in Ohio and Indiana. They've been really socked in with the snow this year. And my friends in the upper Midwest, in the Dakotas and Minnesota. I was talking to a buddy of mine who lives just an hour and a half south of Minneapolis. He said this is one of the coldest winters he can ever remember, and it continues for them. More snow, a lot of snow up there, 70, 80 inches of snow, and that's a better than average snowfall for wintertime up there. Would seem like close to average, but they're getting a little bit more. So more snow up there, more rain for us. Here's the future cast. Put it into motion. Most of the heavier stuff stays to our north and west, but then by Wednesday morning, we'll start to see those showers move in, and the heavier stuff down near the coast could see some strong thunderstorms down in the Florida Panhandle and North Florida for tomorrow. But by Thursday, looks like we could see a little return moisture back by Thursday afternoon, and more showers for the daytime hours. Not a whole lot. Looking on the order of anywhere from probably a tenth of an inch, 2/10 of an inch, maybe 3/10 of an inch. It definitely has lost its punch since the last time we looked at the models. So not a whole lot of rain with this, but we're expecting maybe a good soaking for folks around the Wiregrass. So this will wrap up our webcast, I believe. Yeah, I think it will wrap up our webcast. I believe we'll have more details tonight on News 4 at 5, 6, and 10. Until then, see you later, guys.